Tom and his dog. Max's adventure. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a cheerful and curious boy named Tom. Tom loved visiting his grandmother's house the most because she always told him wonderful stories and made delicious cookies. One day, Tom's family sent him to visit his grandmother. Tom excitedly went to his grandmother's house. He knocked on the door, but there was no answer. Where could Grandma be? Tom wondered. His loyal dog, Max, was right by his side. Max was Tom's best friend and always stayed close to him. "Come on, Max, we need to find Grandma," Tom said. Max wagged his tail and followed Tom. They started searching around Grandma's house. First, they went to the garden and looked at Grandma's flowers. She loved her garden, but she wasn't there. "Max, where do you think Grandma could be?" Tom asked. Max sniffed around and headed toward the small shed in the corner of the garden. When they opened the door, they found Grandma's favorite gardening tools. But no Grandma. Tom and Max decided to search the village for Grandma. They first went to her favorite park, Sunny Park. Children were playing, and birds were chirping. Tom and Max went to Grandma's favorite bench, but it was empty. Tom started to feel a bit sad. Suddenly, they saw an old man walking in the park. "Hello, sir. Have you seen my Grandma?" "I can't find her," Tom asked. The old man smiled and said, "Your Grandma was here this morning. She was feeding the ducks at the pond. Maybe you should check there." Tom and Max quickly ran to the pond. Ducks were swimming and having a great time. Tom thought, Grandma was here, but where is she now? Max suddenly barked toward the forest path on the other side of the pond. Tom said, "I think Grandma went for a walk in the forest. Let's go, Max." Tom and Max started walking on the forest path. Butterflies fluttered around, and birds sang. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they began to see Grandma's footprints. "Look, Max, Grandma's footprints. We're on the right track," Tom said. During their walk, Tom and Max came across a big shade where a family of squirrels lived. The squirrels looked curiously at Tom and Max. Tom asked, "Hello, squirrels. Have you seen my Grandma?" One of the squirrels replied, "Yes, we saw her. She was walking deeper into the forest." Tom and Max continued deeper into the forest when they heard a sound. It was a group of children singing happily. Tom and Max went up to the children and asked if they had seen Grandma. The children said, "Yes, we saw your Grandma having tea in a little cabin in the forest. We even joined her for a while." Tom and Max hurried toward the cabin the children described. Along the way, they picked strawberries and told each other stories. Finally, they arrived at a small cabin. Grandma's favorite blue shawl was hanging on the door. Tom excitedly ran to the cabin and knocked on the door. When the door opened, Grandma was there, smiling at them. "Tom, Max, it's so wonderful to see you. I was having tea with old friends here," she said. Tom hugged his grandmother and said, "We had such an adventure finding you, Grandma. We went to the park, the pond, and now here," he said. Grandma laughed and said, "What a wonderful adventure. Come in. I have cookies and lemonade for you," she said. Tom and Max peacefully enjoyed their cookies with Grandma, savoring the joy of being together. From that day on, they learned to cherish being together and the little adventures they shared. And they all lived happily ever after. The end.